Hello there guys, my name is Stephen, this is Phil alongside me as ever, and this is another Premier League kit review. Don't forget, this is pretty much the only home of pretty consistent kit reviews on YouTube, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're a fan of all the new kits that are coming out and all this kind of content in general. We've reviewed so many so far, like this week alone we've done Rangers, we've done Celtic, we've done Chelsea, we've done Corinthians, we've got everywhere basically, and we're back in the Premier League, this time for AFC Bournemouth and their newest kit, which are going to be wearing I think this weekend against Spurs.
They are.
And it's available now as well. Phil, what do you make of this kit?
I think this kit it's a really nice kit. I can't help but think it's not as good as this season's kit, but that says more about how much I like this season's kit rather than what I don't like.
Yeah, this is not bad, it's just the other one was really good.
Yeah, because last year's kit, or sorry, this year's kit, the season's kit, fantastic. I love those cuffs. We talked about them in a lot of videos, what Umbro were doing with their kits this year.
The double diamonds,
the double diamond cuffs, Everton had it, West Ham, all the Umbro teams. It looked fantastic. These new kits are a little bit more cleaner. There's a lot less of the kind of Umbro branding, but actually there's a lot of things to like. And I think certainly the subtle pattern that you see.
I really like that little pattern. It's nice. That makes, to be honest, if that wasn't there, it wouldn't pop anywhere near as much as it does. But that gives it a nice kind of timeless kind of look. It's really classy.
I think it does make a big difference. It's on the back as well, which is fantastic.
I have to say the press photos are very nicely edited as well. Very smooth, very soft.
They
in
are.
A nice way.
I do like what they've had as well. Even though that sponsor, which would have the potential to ruin a lot of shirts, actually ties in nicely.
They've done well, haven't they? They've done really well to make a very garish sponsor actually look all right.
Exactly, the way the gold of the crest matches the kind of gold on the sponsor. And I think, in general, like as a shirt, it's definitely going to be one of the kind of cleaner shirts.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Does everyone pretty much have a sleeve sponsor? They don't do the Premier League at the moment.
Most of them do. We saw a few teams during the year pick them up. And I don't know if every team had it, but certainly the majority.
I feel like everyone's going to have it next year anyway, because it's become the norm now, and obviously we see it here on this one as well. This is a solid kit. I mean, is there anything about you not really keen?
Yeah, I think it's a small thing, but I kind of preferred having black sleeves. I mean, when you have a striped kit, you often do get a bit of kind of variation, because you do have to make it a bit different every year, and that's a good and bad thing. But I sort of preferred the black sleeves of this year's kit.
Yeah, I'm looking at last year's now on your Twitter there, and I can see why you would prefer that.
I mean that's
purely a taste thing, really, because
exactly.
I'm not really bothered either way. I definitely agree about the cuffs, but you can't repeat the same things every year, can you?
And the great thing that Bournemouth have had, and Umbro teams have had, is that 2 years ago we saw the diamond pattern on the shoulders, which was a nice theme. This season, obviously, with the cuffs. And this year, they're kind of taking a step back. And as people have rightly pointed out on Twitter, it's quite nice sometimes to sort of take something away. Then it will have an impact when it comes back. So I like that they are very clearly, I mean, of all the brands, Umbro have been quite consistent. We talked about New Balance yesterday and how they're maybe kind of regressing and getting worse. But Umbro, I would say, it's not a case of them sort of getting worse. I think they're just trying something different.
It would have been hard for them, looking at previous kits, to do much more with this kit. I think, like, in general, they this is a lot plainer, but I feel like the Hatter one was pulled back even for next season after that, so they could actually go a little bit. Sometimes you have to reset it a little bit, don't you?
And what's quite interesting is if you compare the two pictures, you've got a very similar, if not identical, amount of stripes. That sounds like an obvious thing, but you see a lot of teams, in order to sort of change a kit up, they'll mess around with the thickness of stripes. I quite like that Umbro and Bournemouth have actually stuck to their guns. Yeah. And that's good because, they've managed to change enough other details, such as the sleeves, such as the cuffs, such as the collar detail. And that's great. They don't have to sort of do any gimmicks like Juventus do. I mention it again. It's
just a nice kit. Has the reaction been pretty good from the Bournemouth fans that you can tell?
I think so, yeah. Definitely much more
positive classy,
isn't it? Than the kind of Celtic kit.
I think in general, if you've done like slightly bolder ideas, I'm not saying last year's was crazy or anything like that, but it was a little bit more out there compared to some.
For sure.
And you're not sure what to do. Play it safe in a good way. Like what they've done here is they played it safe in a very classy way. They've obviously got a nice colour scheme in terms of playing with black and red. It just always looks good in general.
It does.
And they did the stripe, the little kind of like diagonal kind of texture looks really nice in the sleeve. It's just a classy kit for a good team. A team very likeable in general. This is the bit where we ask you about the score, Phil.
Yeah, I think this, obviously, as we're beginning to populate this list
So
that we've got,
we need to make this physical leadership board,
we
kind of
will,
board,
yeah.
like Top Gear style. But I'll give you a quick rundown of. We've basically been reviewing the ones that were scoring the ones that we reviewed so far. Currently at the top is Liverpool's goalkeeper kit of all things, which is this beautiful black effort. I'll put it on the screen right now for you. Then Chelsea in second with 83, and then Liverpool home, and then right down at the very bottom is Juventus' astonishingly bad kit with 31. We've got like the middle ground of Celtic 57, not good. Rangers 76. So where are you going with this one?
Yeah, this one, I think it's hard to sort of pitch against. It's in the 70s for me. I think I'm going to put it just below Rangers shirt, which and the Rangers shirt is perhaps a little bit more out there, but I quite like some of the ideas. But this is a solid shirt. This is a 73, I think, and this is above average, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I would rate it a little bit higher.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I'll obviously go with you the consistency and all that kind of stuff. I would go for like a 78 or something like that. I think it's nice in the Rangers one, but 73 isn't unfair at all. Don't forget, if you are a fan of this shirt and in general football shirts, go over to FOOTY.COM, because what we do for you is find just cheap shirts for a price comparison set, basically. So go over there, you'll be able to find the new shirt as well. Maybe, hopefully, it'll be somewhere cheaper for you to buy other than the official site. Don't know if it is yet, but it's worth a go. There'll be loads of classic shirts and last year's shirts knocking about on there as well. It'll be in the description below. Anyway, guys, let us know what you make of that kit. Don't forget to check out our extensive series. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We'll have to essentially categorise them in players, won't we? Like Premier League and blah blah. Of kit reviews for the next season and this season, of course, as well. Let us know in the comments what you make of it. Subscribe if you're new. My name is Stephen. This has been Phil. Have a great weekend. In a bit.